Aries. My name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your December 2020 reading. Right off the bat, I want to let you know I'm using John Holland's deck as well as these beautiful healing cards. So it's by Carolyn Mice and Peter O. Okay. So for my friends, Aries, I'd like to know for December 2020, what can they expect, please? It's been one heck of a year, to say the least. My intention here is to find out exactly how Aries can heal. So we want to look at those things. What's going to be helpful, healing, loving, supportive for my friends. So we have some emotional withdrawal going on here, and that definitely does not talk about any of those things. Emotional withdrawal. There's a lot of heart chakra work that needs to be done. I believe that's a fifth chakra. If you're into the chakras, that's something that you can explore on your own. But I definitely see emotional withdrawal. I think that there's a need to kind of come within yourself, kind of folding within yourself, holding your resources, not giving a lot to external people. If you can at all avoid that right now, I think it's a time to pull within yourself, recharge. Obviously, there is an element of la playa, water, needing to maybe get those ions, those beautiful ions from the beach. If you possibly can, if you live somewhere that is a possibility. I also noticed the number 8, of course, in that deck, and there's a little element of like prayer, of walking by yourself, of regaining your resources, replenishing your resources through the ions, through meditation, through prayer, through maybe just decompressing and trying to breathe. Okay. Part of this person also is naked, which I find a little bit interesting. So, and they're cloaked in blue. It's almost like a periwinkle color. I'm not really sure what color that is, but I'm noticing blue there. And I feel like that has to do with your throat chakra as well. It can be very important to speak your truth. But right now, gaining that calm, that balance within. You've given a lot to other people, Aries. And it's really time to just pull it all in, all of your resources, recharge. Try to take maybe a staycation, vacation, whatever you can do. If you cannot do those, I always recommend taking a hot bath. Connection to waters can be very important to you. If you happen to have like a sauna or jacuzzi, I don't even know what the difference is. I'm not cultured like that apparently. But it's going to be really good for you to take some time for yourself, get in the water with intention, okay? Get in there and just picture all of the negativity, the garbage sloughing off of you, going into the water and transmuting somehow, okay? I have a really vivid imagination, so it's fairly easy for me to be able to successfully do things like that. Although I will tell you, Aries, I have a difficult time setting aside time to do that, okay? Because in that space, you're going to be able to let go of things, and withdraw, and allow yourself to heal, to grow, which is why you have the green with it, the heart chakra. Also, I feel like surrounding yourself with nature, if it's possible. If not, order something from Lowe's or Home Depot if you're on total lockdown. I don't know what your situation is, obviously. But the point of the matter is a little bit of nature can go a long way. And also getting creative. If you cannot leave your home, obviously we have to do what we have to do this year. But you are going to emotionally withdraw. So, I think that you, Aries, have had a lot of sacrifices this year. So I'm trying to find the right angle for the camera. A ton of sacrifices. And in those sacrifices, I think that they've made you really emotional. If I look here, it's almost like watery mud going on. Once again, water to me represents emotions, right? But this is about like, I don't know how I feel, or it's been so sacrificial of a year. It's been so painful. It's left me feeling kind of muddy, murky. I don't really know how I think about it. But if you look, she's almost like in a yoga stance. And her hands are above her head, kind of like in prayer mode, something like that. But I do see a rainbow and blooms coming forth out of the clouds. So I think that in spite of like your lower chakras might be kind of clogged up, that sounds really weird to say, but your root chakra, you're lacking security. You're not feeling Aries, like aware where you're headed. Maybe you're just feeling really stuck, not sure like how things are gonna go, feeling some fear factor about your living situation. All of those things are indicated by your root chakra and your sacral. Who can find pleasure or fun in any of those things, right? It's been a very difficult year. Before I forget, Aries, if you could please like, share, subscribe, comment to help my little channel grow, I would so appreciate that. Anyways, back to you. So I feel like you've sloughed off a lot of things that once upon a time you were like, I want things kind of for myself. And now I think that you're looking for the greater good. You're maybe more spiritually connected, whatever that looks like to you. I think you're being quiet about your changes, your loss, your emotions. Again, you're pulling, withdrawing within yourself in order to transform and transmute that, okay? I do see that there are better times ahead for you, so your sacrifice has not been like in vain at all. I don't get that, okay? But the next card I love for you, I have Fertility. So with Fertility, of course, oh, look, it addresses your heart chakra. So let's not be surprised, people. And I'm just pulling them one after another out of my deck. So I already mixed them and had intention before I pulled. Now, with this Fertility card, I think it's really, really beautiful and a great indication. Because look, she's kind of cradling her hands in the palm, like her palms together. She is focused on her heart chakra. I think there's an evolution going on for sure here. There's a transformation of things, but she's bringing the things in that give her heart like that warmth, that glowy feeling, that happiness. And I think that you're getting more centered on that. And you're realizing that not everything revolves around you, on what you can control. But I think that you're kind of reorganizing things in your life, your Aries, in order for everything to really fall in line with your heart chakra. I think that that's something that during our lifetime we just miss. We get it with the bump and grind. I was thinking about that last night on how, you know, work robs us a lot. Excuse me. Our personal joy, especially if we don't like what we do, we can just get used to the bump and grind, the 9 to 5, showing up and doing what we have to do, but losing that heart-centeredness, excuse me, on why we're doing stuff. But I feel like that's changing and transforming for you. So you're going to get in a different headspace. I think that it's going to allow your mind to kind of expand and grow in ways that you never thought before. Simply, and you're going to kind of hold that a little bit like an egg, like a cosmic egg, in order to kind of allow things to kind of flow in a new way for you. But your mind, I feel like, is expanding, and your heart is it's becoming like warmer with this desire to kind of self-nurture and bring back in your resources and kind of reevaluate, which makes perfect sense in this crazy year. Excuse me. Yeah, so the next card I have here is awareness. And that awareness card is very beautiful as well. Now, notice his lips are like pressed tight together. He's not really saying much, but I feel like he has that like burning knowledge. His crown chakra is a little bit on fire. It could be that you're coming to a stage in your life where you're a little bit more aware spiritually, or bringing your awareness more into a spiritual importance, if that makes sense. Like before, you knew that spirituality was important. It was just kind of out there. Look at this. You can't make this up, you guys. You cannot make this up. But that awareness is just kind of like bringing you back to what is really important. What is it that you value in your life and your spiritual well-being? What makes you feel balanced? What makes you feel like you're being true to your most authentic self, your higher self? And also, it's helping those little branches to grow in such a way that your mind is expanding, embracing maybe new ideas. Maybe you're embracing your faith even more than you ever have before. Maybe you're expanding your awareness. You're just becoming more spiritual overall, right? But this is an awareness. And I affiliate this also with the traditional tarot, like the magician. This is creating with the cosmos. This is falling in line. Seeing that everything does come about again. I think that we're looking at things in such a different way, even having an awareness of our world and how, you know what, history does repeat itself. I'm not going to get political. I'm not going to get into my own personal belief system. But I feel like if you really scrutinize things, you're going to start coming to, wow, everything does come full circle. And we can really take the good with the bad and level things out that way. Or we could just really focus, because this is a healing reading, on what brings us that stability. Coming back to what brings us a sense of balance. Coming back to what gives us that number one, like, this is what I'm creating and I'm stable and I'm comfortable in this. And not living for what's around us in the crazy world that we once kind of had, I think. In a lot of ways, I feel like there's going to be endings. Painful for a lot of us. But if you look at it, I think that we have had, especially Aries in December, your root chakra has really been affected. So I think this is going to be a really positive thing, that you're going to start grabbing things that make you feel, this is solid. You know what's solid? My family is solid. They have my back. We may fight once in a while, but that's solid. What else is solid? I want to help people for a living. That is solid. That's what makes my heart chakra sing, what I feel balanced about, what I feel like I'm going to grow and thrive about. Things of this nature, you're going to have a self-discovery, and it's a renewal. It's almost like a rebirth. I'm excited for you, Aries. Triumphant success. So with that, you're going to cut out all the BS. The things that don't really become you, the things that cloud your judgment, the things that are like confusing. Also the things that you felt like once upon a time, yeah, that were stable, but in reality, you didn't feel stable. You went to work, you punched that time card, you came back home, you did all these things, but mentally, emotionally, you were absent from your friends, from your family, from yourself, right, Aries? And I feel like that's going to really be changing. You're going to get that clarity. I have 111 on the board. You can't make this up. I'll take a picture of it and put it up so you guys can watch as I do your reading. But it's about, a triumphant success coming out of the clouds, cutting through all the BS. If you look, it's like this earthiness is coming from the earth and the ground itself to cut through all the BS, all the nonsense. It's almost like your ancestral sword is cutting through all the bullshit to get to what's real for you, to what's going to be secure, what's going to be great for you, okay? Now, one thing I want to encourage you, Aries, is patience. Please have patience. I don't even like saying that, but you know what? I have to read the cards as they come. I'm a Leo. I have no patience, and that has caused me a lot of suffering. Needless to say, but with this patient card, look at how he has a little seed in his hand, and that is growing, and it's beautiful, and it's luminous. So hang on to that. Even though things seem small right now, even his hand is highlighted in such a beautiful way. Things may seem small right now, but the growth that comes with it is going to be incredibly gorgeous. Like, you're not going to doubt that this was the right path for you, that the things that you're cutting out for yourself, maybe for your family, it could be a career, it could be anything really. You're not going to doubt that those things were meant to be cut out of your life. So yeah, look, I'm just pulling them. I mixed some ones for you, like really, really good, and I'm pulling as we're reading. You have that movement, decisions, choices. And these are all the different doors. It's like you cannot pick wrong, because in this new way, it's highlighting like you have many possibilities, okay? And they're all going to look different. But if you're seeking love, then I feel like you're going to get into a love vibration. If you're seeking a career path, you're going to really be focused, laser focused, and getting rid of the garbage, the stuff that does not become, the stuff that doesn't make sense, right? You're going to get laser focused with this sword right here. And that's going to cut through all the BS. And you're going to wind up getting the career that you want, maybe working for yourself. Anything that sprouts the seeds of what you really want. So you have a lot of choices coming up here. In December, it's all about personal power, because I have 3 ones here. I have a 4 and a 5, patience while things grow. A lot of changes to regain your stability, your real stability. Not the stability that we were doing before. Okay, it's going to make you feel more stable in personal growth as a person, instead of just like running the gauntlet for some of us. It still reminds me of that book, Who Moved My Cheese? If you haven't read it, it's a quick read, easy read, but it's intended for like I think it's a sales motivator, something like that. But it was a good book. It did have a little bit of an impact, which is why I'm talking about it now. Another thing, if you decide to seek more of a spiritual path, I think that you're going to find that for yourself. It's going to be any path that you choose from this point forward, because you have that clarity and that wisdom. It's going to really come to you and help you to put you on a firmer path, firmer footing. Okay, so yeah, your nemesis. Okay, we're gonna do that in 1 second, but I want to pull a healing card. You know, I may have to use that guidebook because I haven't used these a ton, but we're gonna read as it comes in for us. So this message is for Aries, please, Aries. Okay, where exactly does your influence on life end? You'll never know the full power or consequences of your actions and choices. Enhance the whole of life today through your actions. And it says the individual epitomizes the universe. I really kind of like this because I'm embracing more of the thought of how we are one tapestry. I've had a difficult time with that personally, and it feels right to me, but it's also in many ways a foreign concept. So it does say, you know, the individual epitomizes the universe and how we are definitely connected. Maybe even the universe is within us. But it's hard to know how we influence other people, the extent of our influence. I think that's just kind of powerful. Because I know I've been really influenced by many people throughout my life, the good and the bad, okay? Even, which is like bringing up this next card that I happen to look out for us, our shadow side. People have brought out our shadow side so we can face and confront it. Aries, maybe you have been forced to deal with your shadow side this December. I think that you're once again coming into your personal power. I think you already know what your shadow side is. If it's fear-based, if it's working a job you hate, if it's maintaining, trying to keep up with the Joneses, and you're just not happy doing that anymore. But this is a month where you start embracing your personal power, getting that clarity that you've been wanting, and getting, I heard a word and I can't really say it. I don't want to talk like that. My guides are rough around the edges, so am I. So if I kind of let a cuss word or two slip, that's, you know, I'm really trying to be kind of a cleaner channel anyways. But, you know what the heck this is. You know what your shadow side is. And I feel like this month you've been forced to face it. And now you're actually dealing with it. But the beautiful side is that I think that you're getting to the core of really who you are. This is sloughing off things that do not become you, do not belong with you anymore, Aries. And this is all about personal power. This is about personal power. They both want that wand, the wand of creation. But this is facing your shadow side. Who are you going to give that wand to? And it's all within us. Are we going to like run in fear and allow our chakras to maintain a semblance of being out of balance constantly, where we're running in fear, trying to grab this and that, what doesn't become us? Or are we going to honor like that purity of heart, what has been divinely given to us by the cosmos, by God, whomever it is that you think, and embracing that and just really trusting in that path and following that. It's not that we cannot have all of it, the love, the security, the finances, the spirituality. But I think this is a time where we are going to, Aries, evolve, especially you guys, because this is your reading, and transform, okay? So I think this is an incredibly it's one of the most powerful readings I've ever done, actually. Aries, this is your transformation. December is all about transformation. I see a lot of growth. Look at how she's cloaked in green, okay? And it's green once again for the root chakra, but that is going to give you some spiritual wings here. You're going to feel movement again. You are going to feel like, hey, I know what direction, I know how to go about things. Once you gather your bearings, you're not going to be in seclusion, even if it's like mental, emotional seclusion only, or if indeed it's isolation. I think that you're going to separate yourself. Once you get a clarity about things, you can start moving, even transforming, right? Wow, this is crazy. Look at how she's holding this face. I didn't even really notice, but this is like a face that she had towards the world once upon a time, but that's not her anymore, okay? So just like that little fairy angel, whatever that little figure being is a number 13, which boils down to number 4 for me. That's about balance. To me, number 4 always pertains to my root chakra, even though the root chakra is a number 1. So with that, I want to caution you, dear Aries, to not give into your mental conflict. That could be your nemesis. Okay, your nemesis is having a divided mind, a conflicted mind, over analyzing things, using your logic way too much. When things are going to work out, we just need to proceed in a step-by-step manner and not allow our brains to get the better of us. I feel like some of us, that's how we got here to begin with, okay? So that is my reading for you, Aries. If you could please, once again, like, share, subscribe. Take a moment to do that for me. I would really appreciate it. And that will give me just a little bit more excitement to do your readings. I'm trying hard to bring a little bit of light and joy to the world. That is my intention, honestly. Like anybody who knows YouTube creators and what they do, I mean, I'm not looking to make it big or anything, but I really want to give in the capacity that's in my heart that I can do. So with that, I will leave you until next time. Much love, much light, and you guys, you've got this. So don't allow that brain to win, okay? One step at a time. Namaste.